Hello and welcome to the demonstration on doctors and hospitals practice management portal. So visitrx.com is a web-based product which is capable of medical practice management serving patients and variety of medical professionals. So after logging into the application, this is the very first window which appears. So these are the quick links to various modules, and these are the icons to traverse to the modules. Let's go quickly onto the patient appointment management module. So this is the graphical calendar view of this module. On this calendar it is bifurcated on three views. The first one is month view, which is basically summarized view of current month. Another is week view, which is for all 7 days of current week, and third one is the day view, which is for today. And this calendar is again divided in three different slot views, that is morning, afternoon and evening slots, and another is full day slot. And these slot timings, as you can see, are mentioned by the doctor through management module. We can see later how the management module works for the doctors. Here in the full day view it looks like this. So let's go and create a appointment. So it is basically divided into 10 minute slots, so each appointment will be by default booked for 10 minutes. So let's double click on the respective window. Here you need to mention the patient name, the patient mobile number. Here we need not to mention the visit venue that will be picked from the doctor's visit location mentioned into the management module. We need to mention the reason of visit for the patient and the mode of booking the appointment, through phone or through or by person. And here we can mention the timings. By default it is in 10 minute slots. We can increase it from here as well. And let's click on save. Once we save on it, the appointment will be booked. As you can see the blue box, and after 10 seconds this calendar gets refreshed, and as you can see the venue will be displayed into this appointment box. So immediately the appointment is booked, the notification will be sent out to the doctor through SMS, through mobile app alert, and through this graphical web calendar as well. And also the schedule will be sent out to the patient's mobile number. And to review the detail or to edit or to delete this appointment, we need to have a left click on it, and as you can see icons, we can move this appointment graphically like this. We need to drag and drop, and also we can increase the timing of the appointment if the doctor feels that this patient is going to take longer duration. So we can increase graphically, can move it from one place to another. Let's create a visit for it. So right click and click on make visit like this. Here we can see the visit window, and if any patient has previously visited to the clinic and we need to link this appointment with previous visit, for that we need two information. First is the patient name, and another is the patient mobile number. So these are again autocomplete fields. So as soon as we start typing, we start getting relevant records on top. So once we fill both the information and click on search, if that patient record exists into the doctor's database, the link button will be enabled and it will show message like this. Once the doctor click on link, the appointment will be linked with the previous visits of the patient. As you can see here, the three visits are linked with the dates. We can click on the view details. From here we can see any of the visit like this, the detail of any visit, and other personal and contact information, and other visitor information will automatically be picked from the previous visits. Now let's create a prescription for the patient. Here any operation or hospitalization history can be mentioned from the recent past. Again it's auto filled. Sorry. We can add or remove as many fields as we want. Similarly, vaccination detail can be mentioned and we can add or remove as many records as we want. The medication history, allergy can be mentioned from here. Similarly, body investigation, height, weight, temperature and blood pressure can also be mentioned. Then the visit detail can be mentioned, where present symptoms, next visit date and any specific note doctor want to make, he can make here. Then the organ diagnosis detail can be mentioned here for all the organs like ear, eye. So doctor can add as many as records as he wants. Similarly, if any investigation is required, doctor can mention it from here, and again the field is auto-complete, and doctor can also add the result later on after getting the report of that particular investigation here, and doctor can add as many records as he want in this investigation window. Then the medicine detail can be mentioned on the bottom prescription window, where the medicine name can be mentioned from the autocomplete window, the formulation, the strength, dosage, the number of days for which the patient need to take it, and the end date can be mentioned, and doctor can add as many records as he wants in this window. After adding the prescription, the doctor can click on submit, can print this prescription and also can send the SMS of the prescription at patient's mobile number. Now let's go on to the management module, where the doctor can manage his or her own schedule. As you can see, the doctor can create schedule for all 7 days of week. Here for example, doctor can choose the slot. For each slot, doctor can choose the start time and end time and the visit venue. If there are more than one venue for any of the slot, doctor can mention it here, and same will be reflected into the appointment window. Here in slot manager, this is basically for IVR system. We'll see later how IVR system works. So here doctor can again mention the slot timings for start and end time. If doctor is not gonna be available for any particular date or any slot, he or she can mention here, can disable the schedule from here for that particular time duration. As you can see, I can disable or enable. If doctor is having his own inventory drug store, so he can maintain the inventory of that drugs here. Here you can see the drug name and all other details. Also doctor can make a search on a particular drug. The relevant records will start appearing on top, and doctor can add any drug like this. All the information can be filled here, and doctor can traverse all the records, and per page record can be also be mentioned here. Another important feature is SMS archive, where doctor can select all the patients from his database whomsoever has visited into the past to the doctor, and can type in the SMS of maximum 140 characters. As you can see, all the selected numbers are displayed on the right top box. Here we can type in the message, and this message will be sent out to all the selected numbers which are appearing in the to list on the top. So like this we can type the SMS, and once you click on send SMS, it will be sent out to all the numbers. Now let's go on to the bill search. So okay, before that let's go on to the patient history. So in patient history, all the history is maintained for any patient whosoever visited to the past. So by clicking on the name, we can see the details of previous visits for the patient. can reprint this previous prescription or can edit it as well. All the fields are sorted on a simple click on the heading in ascending or descending order, and we can make a search. It's a smart search, so we can make search on any of the field and the relevant records will start appearing on top of the search result window, and we can view from this per page setting. So this is how patient history is mentioned and maintained and viewed in this module. Now let's have a look at bill search. It's a billing module basically, where we can generate bills for counseling and for any medicines as well if doctor is having his or her own drug store. So like here, if doctor has done some kind of cleansing for any of the patient, the fees can be mentioned here. Based on the quantity, the grand total will automatically be calculated. If the doctor wants, he can provide some discount here, and as you can see, the grand total is automatically getting calculated based on the discount and the taxation part of it as mentioned by the doctor or the clinic owner. Here we can mention the visit number and the mode of payment, and we can save it and can print this bill as well, and the doctor can add as many types of counseling as he wants. Similarly, medical bill can also be saved and generated. Here doctor can again mention the drug name and the rate and the quantity of it. So like here the doctor can mention the rate, or the druggist can mention the rate and the quantity. So the grand total will again be calculated based on the given rate and quantity. Here we can again mention the discount and taxation part, and grand total will automatically be calculated. And here we can mention the mode of payment, and doctor can add as many drugs as you want. So, and we can also perform search on the bills. Here we can also mention the setting for per page. It's again a smart search, so based on and which is performed on all the fields displayed here, and the relevant records will start appearing on top like we can see here. And to see the detail of any particular bill, click on the bill number and we can see the detail of any particular billing history. So this is how billing module is maintained. Now another useful feature is statistics. Based on the requirement of a particular clinic or hospital, the certain type of statistics can be generated and viewed through this module, like what all patients have visited to the doctor from a certain geographical area, or what of certain disease patients have visited to the doctor. So this type of statistics can be generated. Now that's all from the clinics or doctors practice management point of view. Let's have a look at the hospital manager or admin staff module of this application. So this is the URL for it. Let's log in into the managers window. This is basically for a hospital admin staff or manager staff whosoever want to manage or admin the complete hospital doctors staff whomsoever is visiting to the hospital. So once the management staff log in into this window, they can see the specialty and doctor list. So based on the selection of the specialty, the admin or management staff can see the list of doctors, and based on that selection of doctor name, we can click on go, and once we click on go, the admin staff is landed onto the doctor's management window, from where the admin staff can see the complete appointment detail and other detail pertaining to that particular doctor. So this is how this hospital admin and management uh, window works, which is specifically for the hospitals only. Another is the admin module, which is basically to manage the administrative work for this complete portal. So let's click on the URL. Let's login into this admin window. So from this admin window you can see the list of all the users. You can create user, like you can see here. This is the dashboard where the list of all the users is mentioned. You can create a user, which is basically a user to login into that application. You can mention all the details, IVR number and all information for that doctor, the educational information as well. We can view the clinic list and can also add the clinic through this admin panel, and also we can add, activate or deactivate specialty, doctor specialty from this admin console. So this is how we can delete or activate or deactivate from admin console. So that's all from the web portal perspective.